Hello everyone, welcome to this project called Helmet Detection using PyTorch. In this entire project, we'll be building one amazing system which would be able to detect whether a person is wearing helmet or not during riding bike. So as you can see, in traffic accidents, motorcycle accidents are the main cause of casualties, especially in developing countries. The main cause of fatal injuries in motorcycle accident is that motorcycle riders or passengers do not wear the helmets, okay? So here I kept two images. As you can see, the first one, this person is not wearing any helmet. So just consider if there is any accident happens, okay? So what will happen actually? So he may get like severe injuries, right? Or he may die also, like, okay. And the second image, if you see, like she's wearing helmet, so I can say like she's using one safety guard. So if any accident appears, okay, so she won't be getting that much of injuries, okay. Basically I can consider between these two images, okay. This image is like looks like a little bit safe, okay, than this image. So here basically we're trying to prevent these kinds of like injuries, okay, from this motorcycle accident. So we are trying to detect like whether they are wearing the helmet or not. If they are not wearing, so we'll label it like they're not wearing helmet, okay. And if they're like, you can say, wearing, we'll be like labeling they're wearing, okay. So with respect to that, actually authority will take actually you can say decision, okay. So what they will do with them, okay. So this is the problem statement, guys. I hope you got it, okay. It might be a simple problem statement, but suppose if you consider real world problem statement, okay, this is one of the like bigger problem statement, okay, in every country. So here basically I proposed one automatic helmet detection, you can say of motorcycle method, okay, based on the deep learning method. So let me show you the demo, okay, of this project, like how it will work. So for that I will open my project folder, okay. So this is my project folder. So here I will open my terminal, and there is one file, you can see app.py, okay. I will be running this one. So basically I have created one first API, you can say API here, okay. So if you just hit the API, there is two route. One is like train and one is like prediction, okay. This two route is available. So basically if you just click on the train route, it will start the training, and if you just click on the prediction route, it will like do the prediction, okay. And after training your model, actually it will be saved to the S3 bucket, okay. So you don't have to worry about the model, so it is already available in my S3 bucket. So from there actually it will download the model, okay. So what I will do, I will quickly run this application. So I'll just write python app.py. Okay, it's running now. I will open my browser, and here I will search 127 point 0.0.1 and port number 8080, okay. Now if I hit enter, so you will get this kinds of page, okay. Detail not found, it's totally fine. So here you just need to write slash docs, okay. So if you're using fast API, so you need to just go, okay, this route slash docs, so it will give you this fast API actually web page, okay. So here basically see, here I have two route, training route and prediction route, okay. So if I click here, and if I click on try it out, and if I just click on the execute, so it will start the training, okay. It will download the data from this 3 bucket. It will transform the data. It will start the model training. After training the model, it will push that model to the S3 bucket, okay. That's actually it will be working. So I won't be training as of now. So I will do the prediction. So I'll just click here. So here I will just click on try it out, okay. Then here you just need to upload one image. So let's upload. So I will quickly upload one image here. Let's upload this image, okay. Now if I now click on execute, so it will take some time, okay, because it will download the model first of all from this 3 bucket, then it will do the prediction, then it will give one base64 string, okay. Because see, this is simple, like you can say API we have created, there is no front end. So you will get this base64 string, so we'll be converting that string to image format, okay. But if you want to create any UI, okay, using HTML and CSS, you can create it, okay. But as of now, our intention is to learn the pipeline, not the front end part, okay. So let's wait. Once it is done the prediction, I will show you like how it has predicted. So guys, see, it has predicted. Now this is the response, okay. So I will copy this string. So this is the base64 string, okay. Just copy this string till this point. I will just do Control C, then I will open base64 to image, okay. Just search this one and open up any, like you can say, website. Now you just need to paste this string here, okay. See, this is the prediction, guys, okay. See, this is the helmet, this is the helmet, okay. Although there is some wrong prediction you are getting, because the model you have trained, it was like very less epochs, okay? But if you want to improve that model, actually you need to increase the epochs, okay? So guys, we are getting the prediction, okay? And see, it's working perfectly. I think you got it, okay? Like how our project will be working, okay? So in future, actually, you can improve these projects, okay? You can use any framework to, because see, here we are using from scratch method. So we know, like, you can say from scratch method actually won't be working very well, okay? But if you want to improve this one, you can use any framework like YOLO v7, YOLO v6, or YOLO v7, okay? Or like Detecton 2 is also there. So you can use this kinds of framework, and you can actually improve these projects, okay? But let's learn like how to create from scratch, okay? So it will give you the entire idea. In this video, let's discuss like how we can get these kinds of data, okay? So this data is already available in the internet. So just search about motorcycle helmet detection dataset. So you will get this dataset from the Kaggle itself, okay? So see, Kaggle has this kinds of data, and it is already annotated, okay? XML format, okay? It is already annotated, so you don't have to annotate also. So this is one advantage, okay, if you are using this kinds of data, okay? So you just try to download this data. So for me, actually, I have already downloaded this data here, if you see, okay? So this is the data set, okay? So these are the images, and it is already annotated. And this, I've been already converted to Coco format, okay? I will show you like how we can convert to Coco format, okay? As of now, just try to collect your data, okay? But I will share my data with you, so you don't have to collect, okay? Because I already have the data. So I will share this completely data with you, okay? And if you want to like download from your site, so you can use this kinds of online platform, okay? So I think I already showed you like how you can collect these kinds of data, okay? It is available from the internet itself. So, and there actually you saw some XML file, okay? We call it annotation file. So I will show you like how we can generate these are the file, okay? So for this, actually you need to install one tool. So for this, just go to Google and search for label img, okay? Label img, and just open the first GitHub link. Okay, so this is the official GitHub of label img. So this is nothing but it's like an annotation tool, okay? You can use this tool to annotate your data. So it is only for object detection, okay? So here you will get the installation instruction, okay? So the machine you are using, with respect to that, you can install this one. So here actually I'm using Windows, so I can install using pip command, okay? If you are using you can say Linux or Mac OS, so these are the command actually you need to follow, okay? So what I'll do, I will just quickly copy this command, okay? And here, first of all, I need to create one environment. So let's consider this is my project folder called helmet, okay? So I have created this folder helmet. Inside that, actually I kept like my data, okay? I already prepared the data, I already annotated the data. As you can see, this is the annotation, like you can see this is the final Coco format, okay? So I will show you like how I have generated this one, okay? So for that, I kept some of the images as a demo. So I will annotate these are the images, and I will try to generate this file, okay? So what I will do, I will open my terminal here. Okay, so here first of all I need to create one environment. So let's create conda create hyphen n. Just give your environment name. So I'll give helmet. Then you need to define the Python version. Python equal to let's give 3.8. Okay, then I will give hyphen y. So let's create it. So guys, we have successfully created the environment. Now you need to activate the environment. So this is the command conda activate. Okay, just write helmet. Okay, now it has been activated. Now I will clear the terminal. Okay, now first of all I need to paste the link, paste this command, okay? This command we have copied, but here I need to remove these three, okay? So now let me execute. So guys, as you can see, installation is done. Now I will clear the terminal, okay? Now you just need to write label, uh, I should be capital, okay? img. So if you just run this command, so it will open this UI, okay? This is the our label img UI. So here basically, first of all, you need to open the directory, okay, where you have kept your data. So I will just click on open directory, and here actually I kept my data. So if I go to my helmet, inside data, I kept one folder called demo, okay? Inside demo, actually I kept some of the images. I will select this folder and I will select, okay? Okay, why it's not working? Data demo. Okay guys, So this is the image. Okay, it has loaded. Now here what you need to do, left hand side, before that, like, you need to change the like you can say change save directory. So what you can do, you can just click here, and you can select the same folder as your like annotation file. Okay, I will just like select this folder, because after annotation like annotation, okay, it will save that annotation file in the same folder. Okay, so I'll select this one. Now left hand side, uh, here you will see some of the options. So it has it will be like initially YOLO. So here you need to change to Pascal VOC. Okay, so basically you need to change the Pascal VOC format. Now here left hand side, create rectangle box. I'll create, and I will just try to annotate like, okay, helmet. Okay, helmet. Let's annotate. Okay, then I will click on OK. Now that's actually you need to do for all the images. So now here you need to save it. So I'll just click on save. Now if you open the folder, okay, now go to the demo folder. Now here you will see one file it has generated called like you can say XML file. Okay, now if I open this file, so guys, this is the annotation file. Okay, so it will contain your like image name, then image location, then your like width, height, and depth of the images. Okay, then it will save this bounding box coordinates. Okay, like this image you have annotated, these 4 coordinates it will save. Okay, so this is the annotation file, and the format is like XML format. Okay, so that's how actually we need to annotate for all the images available inside the folder. Okay, so now if you just click on the next image, so it will give you the next image. So now again, just make sure it is selected as Pascal VOC. Now create rectangle box helmet. Okay, and if any person is not wearing any helmet, you can write it no helmet. Okay, that's how actually we need to annotate for all the data. Okay, okay, now once it is done, then click on the save, and it will again generate one this annotation file. Okay, so if I show you, I already annotated some of the images. Okay, so these are, you can set the XML file. So basically what you need to do after annotation, okay, after annotation you need to copy this XML file in a separate folder called annotation. Okay, and you need to keep them here. Okay, now once it is done, so I have shared some of the tool. So guys, once it is done, so you need to keep them in a folder called annotation. Okay, uh, okay, now there is a tool like there is a Python script like I will share with you, like called VOC to Coco. Basically you need to convert your Pascal VOC to Coco format. Okay, for that you need this file, Python file. Okay, so here actually like I have written all the code like how to do it. Okay, and this kind of script actually you will get from the internet itself. Okay, you don't have to worry, just try to use this script. Okay, now just open up your terminal. Okay, open up your terminal. Now here so I need to go inside my data. So I'll just write cd data. Okay, make sure you are inside the same directory. So let me see if the file are available or not. Okay, these are the available. Now there is one command I have shared. Okay, so if you just open this cmd, okay, txt, so this is the command. Okay, now just copy the command. Okay, now open up your terminal again and try to paste it. Okay, so basically you are trying to run this Pascal VOC, okay, .py file, and you are providing the annotation folder. Okay, you have kept your annotation file. So this is the folder annotations, and the output format, okay, it will save. Okay, so I'm just giving it output.json. Okay, this is your Coco format. Okay, now if I enter, see guys, it has done. Now it will generate one file called output.json. Okay, this is your final Coco format. Okay, this is the final Coco format. This format actually I need to train my data, like you can say model. Okay, so now similar wise you need to do for all the images. Like for testing images you need to generate this one. Okay, for training images you need to generate this one, and for validation images you need to like generate this one. Okay, I showed you like how to generate. So basically what you need to do, first of all, try to do the annotation for your training images. Try to generate all the XML files, try to keep in a folder called annotation, try to generate this train.json. Okay, and make a folder like that, train validation test. Okay, and keep this like you can say JSON file inside that train folder. Okay, then similar wise for testing, similar wise for validation. Okay, so once it is done, what you need to do, you need to make a zip. Okay, so just right click. So here I am using 7-zip, you can also use 7-zip. Okay, just try to make a zip. Okay, so once you have made a zip file, okay, so you are done. Now actually we will be uploading this data in our S3 bucket, okay, and we'll be reading this data, okay, by using Python, okay. So that's how actually you need to annotate and prepare your data, okay. I hope you got it, okay. So this was all about from this video. Although I will share all of my data with you, okay, with the annotation and everything, okay, so you don't have to annotate your data. But if you want to annotate your custom data, I showed you like how you can do it, okay. Before implementing the actual code, okay, we'll see like what are the things actually we're gonna do, okay. So here I prepared one notebook. As you can see, I have named it as experiment, okay. So I'll share this notebook with you, don't worry. So let's see like what are the things actually I have done, okay. So I will just explain. I'm not going to execute this one because it will take time, okay. So here, first of all, actually I'm importing some of the libraries, okay, some of the necessary libraries, and I told you like I'll be using PyTorch, okay. So that's why actually I'm using Torch library here, okay. Then these are the library actually you need. Then this is your Torch version, okay. As you can see, this is your Torch version, and this is your Torch Vision version, okay. Then I'm also importing PyCoco tools. Then there is another package I'm importing, which is nothing but called augmentation, okay. So this is nothing but it's like you can talk about data augmentation library, okay, in Python. So actually you can use this like package to do the data augmentation, okay. So the first like function I'm creating here, get transform, actually it will apply the data augmentation, okay. Basically what it will do, it will do the resizing operation, it will do the horizontal flip, vertical flip, okay, random brightness, contrast, then color, jitter, okay. So these are the actually transformation it will apply, okay. Then this is the final dataset class. Actually here this class actually will be responsible for like to do some necessary pre-processing steps, okay, and applying this kinds of augmentation, okay, and it will load the image, and with respect to that it will load the target also, okay. So this is the class actually you need to use as it is, okay. So here basically we are using from scratch method, so I'm not using any you can say framework. So for that actually I have written this class, okay. So you don't have to like worry about the class, okay, just try to use it as it is, okay. So basically it will try to prepare your data, okay, before feeding into the model, okay. Then once it is done, now let's check out data. So here basically I'm you can say loading this annotation.coco.json, okay. So this is like here if you see these are the keys are there, okay. Here because see this is our levels, okay. So what are the levels we have? We have rider, helmet, bike, with helmet, without helmet, okay. As I told you, like there would be helmet, without helmet, and one additional like level we are considering here, rider, helmet, bike, okay. So this three category we have. Now if I show you like clearly, so here if you see rider, helmet, bike, with helmet, bike, and without helmet, bike, okay. So these three classes we have. Now here if you see, I'm visualizing some of the like you can see images. So these images will be looking like that, okay. And this is your you can say training like number of training example, okay, you have. Now in this section actually we'll be loading the model. So here if you see, I'm using PyTorch, okay. From PyTorch itself there is a model detection, okay. I am using faster RCN and MobileNet V3 large FPN, okay. This model, basically this model I'm downloading, okay. After that actually I'm using this model, okay, as my pretend mods. Then this is the collect function, because this function actually will help us to load our data as a batch, okay. So that's why we need this. Now there is a data loader class, I think you know, inside PyTorch, okay. We are initializing data loader class, and these are some utility function we have created, like save objects and load objects, okay. So after training your model, you need to save your model also, okay. So you can use these are the utility function. Then here if you see, once it is done, I am preparing my optimizers, okay, and my parameters. Now this is our final training loop, okay. So if you are already familiar with the PyTorch, so I think you should be familiar with this training loops, okay. So basically it will take your model, optimizer, loader, device, and epochs, okay. Now once it is done, so here I'm initializing the training, okay. Now this is the evaluation code. Now everything is fine. Now this is the prediction, okay. This is our final prediction. So here basically it will predict the helmet, okay, and it will give you the boxes, okay, with the images. Now these images I'm converting to my base 64, okay, and this is my final string, okay, as I already showed you the demonstration. So yes guys, this is the you can say steps actually we have done throughout this entire projects. I just showed you as a high level, okay, in my notebook. So this thing actually will be implementing throughout the module, okay. We'll be writing like you can say modular coding here, and we'll be implementing each and everything, okay. So yes guys, this is all about don't worry about that, okay, because we'll be implementing this thing like module wise. At that time actually it would be very much clear. So here if you see, I have given the flowchart, like how your folder structure will look like. Okay, so this structure actually will be following to create our folder. Okay, so basically there would be our root folder called helmet. Inside that actually we'll be creating lots of subfolder like components. Okay, inside components we'll be creating some of the files like data ingestion, data transformation, model evaluation, then again configuration, S3 configuration, okay, S3 operations, constant, entity, okay, everything will be creating here. Okay, so what I will do, I have already created this folder structure. Okay, so let me show you like how it will look like, and I will share this folder structure with you. Okay, so just try to copy and paste my folder structure. Okay, otherwise creating folder structure, it will take time. So I already prepared this one. So see guys, this is the folder structure. Okay, so here some additional file you will see, like previously we created the data flowchart. These are the thing. Okay, notebook, but our main folder structure would be helmet. Okay, so this is the main folder. So here if you see, this is the root folder. Inside that actually we have lots of subfolder like components, configuration, constant, entity. If you expand components, okay, you will see all the data ingestion, data validation, data transformation. Okay, and make sure this underscore underscore init underscore underscore dot py is there. Okay, because this is your constructor. Okay, because if you are not giving this one, so it won't be considered as local package, because whenever we'll be implementing the projects, we need to import some of the things from these are the files. Okay, so at that time what I will do, I'll just write helmet dot data ingestion dot import data ingestion. That's how I'll be importing. Okay, but if you're not giving this constructor, okay, so it won't be working. So make sure you are giving this one. Okay, then configuration. Okay, see this is S3 configuration, constant, okay, entity, exception, logger. Okay, and one additional file here if you see ml is already there, but inside ml actually I created like you can say detection and features, and inside that actually I already provided the code. So this code would be common. Okay, so this code actually I haven't written, so I got it from the internet itself. Okay, suppose if you are you can say doing this kinds of object detection from scratch, so at that time you need these are the, you can say, utility related class. Okay, so this thing actually I downloaded and I kept it here. Okay, so I'll share with you so you can use this one. Then all the things will remain same. Okay, and some additional files you can see here like docker compose, docker file, requirement, setup. Okay, so these are the thing actually you need to also create. Okay, so yes guys, this is the folder structure you need to follow for this entire projects. Okay, so I will open this one. Now actually we need to install all the requirements. Okay, so now here actually we need to install all the requirements. So I will just write all the requirement packages here. Okay, so guys, these are the requirement actually you need to execute this project. Okay, like numpy, then your PyTorch. Okay, Boto3 I'm using for you can say AWS configuration, because I'm using S3 service. Okay, then this is your torch version and torch vision version. Okay, so if everything is fine, now there is another file called setup.py. So here actually you need to write some of the code, because it will help you to create your local package. Okay, so guys, this code actually you need to mention here. Okay, so just try to remove this one, because our root folder name is helmet. Okay, this is a helmet. Okay, now actually it will try to figure out whether this file is available or not, underscore dot py. If it is available, this folder would be considered as local package. Okay, so if everything is fine, then in the requirement.txt at the last you need to mention one thing, just -e space dot. Okay, why you need to mention this one? Because it will look for the setup.py and it will install the setup.py. Okay, so now let's install. So I will just open my terminal, and here make sure you have activated your environment. I think you remember we created one environment called helmet. So here actually we'll be installing all the requirements. Okay, so for that I'll just write pip install -r requirement.txt. Okay, now let's execute. So guys, it will take some time. Okay, so once it is completed, I will come back. So guys, as you can see, installation is done. So we have successfully installed everything, so you won't be getting any error. So there one thing actually you need to consider. So here if you see, I'm installing PyCoco tools. Okay, so it might throw some error. Okay, if you don't have C++, Microsoft C++, okay, installed in your system. So make sure Microsoft C++, you can say this tool actually it should be installed in your system. Okay, if you're using Windows machine. so then actually it would be able to install. Okay, so if you're getting that kinds of Microsoft C++ error, just copy the error. Okay, try to search in Google, so you will get the solution like how to install Microsoft C++ tool. Okay, a build tool. Okay, so this thing actually I just wanted to let you know. Now we have created the folder structure, even we have set up our you can say installation. Now let's commit these changes, okay, in our GitHub, because okay, if I'm committing this thing inside my GitHub, okay, so actually I won't be losing my code. Okay, so for that what I will do, I will open my GitHub. So managing GitHub is like good habit, so make sure whenever you are creating any project, you just try to manage your GitHub. Okay, so I'll just click on new repository. Let's name the repository. I'll just keep a helmet detection. PyTorch. Okay, now here just make it as private as of now. Now let's add readme and git ignore. So I'm using Python, so I'll just write Python here, and let's take the license of MIT. Okay, so yes guys, it's all about. Now just try to create the repository. Okay, now just click on the code, copy the URL, open up your folder. Okay, so this is our project folder. So here I will open my terminal. So I have already opened my terminal here, so I'll just clear. Now just write git clone. Okay, just press the link and try to enter. So it will clone that repository here. Okay, so it has cloned. Now if I show you, this is the folder. Okay, now just go inside the folder and just copy all the content, just cut it. Okay, Control X. If you're not able to see this .git file, just try to do one thing, just click on view, try to activate your hidden items. Okay, because this file is needed. Okay, try to cut everything, go back and paste it here. Okay, once it is done, then you can remove this folder, it's not required. Now I'll open my VS Code here. Okay, now in the source control here, if you see, okay, it is ready for the commit, but here it is also trying to upload the data.zip, but I don't want to upload this data.zip. So for that I will open this git ignore. Okay, and here I'll just mention my data folder here. I am not supposed to like commit this thing, so I'll just remove. Okay, I'm just trying to ignore, so that's why this git ignore is required. Okay, now if I again click on the source control, now here you won't be seeing any this thing, your data. Okay, now actually we can commit the changes. So for that I will open my terminal. I'll just write git add. Okay, then git commit hyphen m. Let's give initial commit. You can give any message. Okay, now I'll just write git push origin. This is our main branch. Okay, here if you see, this is the main branch. So I'll just click. Okay, it's done. Now let's go to our repository here. Now let's refresh. Okay, see guys, it has been committed. I think you know logger is like very important module whenever you are trying to create any project. Okay, because see, it's not possible like always print all the like you can say activity of our code. Okay, because whenever we'll be deploying this project, so there actually we won't be getting any terminal. So if we want to see like our code activity, like when which function ran, okay, what is happening, okay, whether we got any error or not, everything can be tracked inside the log file. Okay, so it's better instead of printing all the things, we need to create one log file. Inside that actually will be logging each and every activity. Okay, so for that this logger is very important. So it helps to debug your code very easily. Okay, so here if you see, I have created one file called logger. Inside I have created one constructor underscore init underscore dot py. So I'll open this file. Okay, so here I already prepared one custom logs. So you will be using. Okay, so this log can be used in any project. Okay, so you don't have to worry about like how I've written this one, because I followed the same documentation of Python. Just if you just go to like Google and search about like logging in Python. Okay, Python docs. So if you just go to Python official documentation, okay, so here actually we'll get all the log method and everything, like how to write your custom logs and everything. So by referring this documentation, I prepared one custom logs for this project. Okay, so let me write it here. So guys, this is the, you can say, logging code, custom logging code. So basically here I'm using Python built-in logging module. Okay, with that actually I'm creating timestamp. Okay, timestamp, and inside timestamp actually it will again create you can say one timestamp. A file called log, and inside that actually it will save all the logging activity. So if you want to understand this one, like what are the information it's saving, okay, so for that let's run this one. So for testing this one, I will open my app.py and let's import this logging here. So I'll just write from helmet, because this logging inside my helmet folder. Okay, helmet dot there is a file called logger. Okay, then I'll just import logging. Okay, now here if I like just write logging dot info. Okay, so let's give any message here. Welcome to this project. Okay, so now if I save it, now let's execute this app.py. Let's see what happened. Python app.py. Okay, it ran. Now here if you see, it has created one logs file. Okay, inside logs it has created one timestamp folder, the current timestamp. Okay, it has created, and inside that actually it has created this log file. Now I'll open this one. Now see, it has saved the message. So what are the information it is saving? It is saving the timestamp. Okay, like your ASCII time. It is telling like from where this file has been run. So it has been run from our root, and the information log it has saved. Okay, so these are the information actually it will save. And here if you see, I've configured these are the information here. Okay, so yeah, okay, like name, level name, and message. Okay, so this thing actually it's saving. Now the good thing is, like if you run it for second time, so instead of replacing the same log file, it will create another timestamp folder. Okay, see the current timestamp, inside that it has saved again the same message. Okay, so that's actually it will save with respect to the timestamp. Okay, suppose whenever your code has run, okay, with that actually it will save all the activity. So yes guys, this is the logging module. I think you got it. So here another folder I have created called exception. Okay, I'll open this one, and inside I have created one constructor. Okay, so here actually I will write my custom exception code. So similar wise actually I referred the Python documentation and I prepared one exception. Okay, custom exception for this projects. So you can use this custom exception to your any project. Okay, so let me write it here. So guys, this is the exception. Okay, this is your exception class I have prepared, helmet exception, and I'm inheriting with the Python inbuilt exception. Okay, and this is the function I have written. It will basically actually try to figure out like which line it like occurred the error. Okay, which file it occurred the error, every information it will track. Okay, basically what happened if you are not creating exception, so whenever you will get any error, okay, you won't be able to figure out like which file you got the error. Okay, like it would be very hard for you to figure out. But if you're using this custom exception, okay, so it will give you each and every information, like which file, which line. Okay, even what is the error message, every information it will give you. Okay, so let me show you one example. So I'll open my app.py. Let's import first of all this exception. So I'll just write from helmet dot exception. Okay, exception, then I'll just write import this helmet exception. Okay, now let's like try to mistake one thing here. So I'll just write try. Here I will write a equal to 2 plus, let's try to add using a string. So it will throw error for sure. Okay, because we know like we can't actually perform the adding operation like a integer with string. Okay, so that's why now here we need to write the exception block. Okay, this is the exception block. Let's give this indentation correctly. Okay, I'm calling this class. Okay, and this sys actually I'm intend to import, so let's import this sys also. Import sys. Okay, sys is a system module, so it will basically try to help you to, like, you can say, collect all the error information. Okay, so it's done. Now what I'll do, I will try to execute this code and I will show you like what are the information it will give you. Okay, so python app.py. See guys, it has run. Now it's raising the exception. It's telling helmet exception. Okay, error occurred Python script name app.py. See, app.py line number 8. Okay, let me show you. Line number 8, that means this line. And the error message is unsupported operand type, string, okay, and integer. So basically what you're trying to do, you're trying to add string plus integer. That's why it's giving unsupported operator error, okay. So here, if you see, you are getting all the information. So this is the advantage of this exception block, exception, you can say, module. It will help you to debug your code very easily, okay. Even you can log this thing also. So if you want to log, so just let's copy this one. So instead of just giving the error message, what I will do, I'll just give this one, okay. Now everything is fine. Okay, now let's save, and if I run it, execute it again. Okay, now it has created the log. Now if I open my log, see guys, okay, it is also logging this error, okay. So that's actually, you can very easily use logging and exception module, okay, to debug your code, okay. So this is all about see guys, whenever you are trying to create any bigger project, at that time you need some of the utility, like you can say function, okay, the function you will be using most frequently in your code, okay. So these are the things actually we'll be writing inside the utils module. Here if you see, we have created one utils module, and inside that one file you will see called main utils. I will open this one, okay. So here actually I'll be writing all my utility related function, okay. I think you remember in our notebook we created some of the utility function like save objects, load objects, okay. With that actually I will add some more, you can say, function, okay. So let me do it. So guys, these are the utility related method we need. So first of all, I'm importing some of the libraries with, I'm also importing my logging and exception. So the first one, I need my save object, okay. I think you remember inside notebook we already created this one. The same thing I just copied here, and load object, okay. And here I'm adding one more method called image to base string, okay. Basically what happened, I think you saw, like whenever it will predict your like you can say detection, it will convert this image to base64 string, okay. So this is the method actually, it will help you to do it, okay. So these are the utility related method we need, okay, whenever we'll be implementing the project, okay. So this thing actually I need whenever I will be doing the data transformation step, okay. So yes guys, these are the utility you need. I just wanted to let you know, okay. So now let's commit these changes also in our GitHub. So I'll just open my terminal. First of all, let's see what are the files, okay. Okay, so these are the files needs to be done here. So I'll open the terminal, clear. I'll just write git add dot, then git commit -m added logger exception and utils, okay. Now let's do commit git. Now let's do push, okay. Git push origin main. Okay, it's done. Now if I open my GitHub, see guys, it has been updated, okay. So here actually we are gonna write S3 related configuration, okay. And what are the S3 operation actually we'll be doing, we'll be writing each and everything, because as I told you, we'll be like you can say reading our data from the S3 bucket. Even whenever we'll be push the model, it should be pushed in the S3, okay. So for that actually I need to configure the S3 first of all. So there is a folder I created called configuration. I will open this one. So there is a file I've created called S3 operations, okay. So I'll open this one. Now here I prepared one S3 operation class. So I'll just try to bring it here. So guys, this is our you can say S3 operation class I have prepared. So basically this thing actually will be common for every project, okay. So here basically I have written some of the method like how to get bucket name, okay, how to upload one file, how to download one file, okay. Then how to create a folder, each and everything you will get here. But we won't be using all the method here. We will be using this method upload, download, okay. And yeah, this thing only, okay. But I have given you all the thing, okay. If you need it in some other project, okay, you can use this. But here if you see, these are the thing showing error because this variable actually we haven't imported, okay. So this variable where we need to mention inside constant, okay. So if you are mentioning any variable, okay, any like you can say path, anything like so instead of just hard code it, just try to keep it in a file, okay, called constant, so that whenever you will change the constant, okay, it will reflect here. So I will open this constructor, okay, and here I will mention this one. So this is my AWS related configuration, okay, so AWS constant. So that's why I have just named it like that, okay. Then these are my constant like AWS access key ID, AWS secret key ID, and region name, okay. So if you want to access your AWS account, you need these three information, okay. Where I will get this information, I will tell you like how to configure this one, okay. For that we need to create one IAM user, okay, and I will show you like I have already created this IAM user, okay, and I have recorded one video. I will show you like how to do it, okay. So once it is done, now if I go to my S3 operation, now see everything is perfectly showing here, okay. Now I think you can access this one. Now if you just control and right click here, it would be able to access, okay. So this is how actually we have prepared our S3 operation class. So now let's get this AWS access key ID and secret key ID, and let's configure this one, okay. I will be installing one tool called AWS CLI, okay. If I search here in internet, download AWS CLI, okay. Install and updating latest version of AWS CLI. Just go to this documentation. So here actually we'll get for Linux, Mac, and Windows, okay. Whatever like operating system you are using, just try to like install it, okay. Here you will get MSI installer, so you can also download and install it. Otherwise these are some command you can run, okay. And you will get a lots of tutorial from like you can say internet how to like install and download AWS CLI, okay? It's just like you just install any software, okay. So you just need to like download it and just do the setup, that's it, okay. So once you do it, so you need to open your terminal. So I'll open my terminal, okay. So once you install it, so just open up your terminal and here just write AWS hyphen version, okay. So just execute this command, so you will get the version, okay. So basically to check like whether it has successfully installed or not, okay, so you can run this command to check it. So I already have downloaded this AWS CLI, okay, inside my system, okay. So that's why it's giving this one, okay. Don't search about AWS CLI, just install it, and you can access it from any like you can say terminal, or you can say PowerShell window, okay. You can do it. So yes guys, this is the requirement you need to follow. And now what I will do, I will first of all add my credential, okay. So here basically your code needs to like access your AWS account, okay, to use your S3 bucket, okay. So for that I need to configure some of the secret key and access key, okay. So now what I will do, I will logging with my AWS account, okay. So I'm expecting you already have your AWS account. Just if you don't have, just try to create one account, okay. I think you need to add your credit card there, but at least do it, okay. So here first of all you need to search for IAM, okay, identity access management. So just go here. First of all here I'm going to create one user, okay. Yeah, so at the left hand side you will see there is a user, just click on it. So I already have one user which is Bappy, but here I will create a new one. So I'll just click here, add users, okay. Just give your username. So I will give sign, okay, sign user. Let's give sign user. You can give any name, and here just select this one, access key programmatic access, okay. And I will give the next permission, okay. And here you can so here actually you need to set the permission like which service this user can use. So I will just click here, attach existing policy. Here I will search for S3, okay. So here I will provide this one, Amazon S3 full access, okay. I will just give this permission, and yeah, that's it. Now what I will do, I will just click on next, okay. You can add some key value here, it's optional, otherwise it's fine, okay. So I'm not going to add anything. I'll click on next, okay. So it's done. You can like do a review here, everything is correct or not. So if everything is correct, then I will just click on create user, okay. Now this is your user. So here you can download this CSV file, okay, and just keep it as save, okay, because here you will have your if I open this one, here you will have your secret key and secret access key, okay. Here if you see, this is your secret key and this is your secret access key, okay. So these two information actually you need if you want to access your S3 bucket, if you want to access your AWS account, okay. So here this information actually I need to like save to my AWS CLI. Then whenever I will be like running my code, it will automatically take this secret key and access key from this AWS CLI, okay. This Boto 3 automatically will take, you don't have to worry, and it will make the authentication, okay. It will make the authentication, and it will verify whether it is correct or not. If it is correct, then it would be able to access, okay, my S3 bucket. So this is the concept. So I'll do minimize, and here first of all I need to open my terminal, okay. I will open my terminal, and here you just need to write AWS configure, okay, AWS configure. So it is asking for my AWS access key ID, okay. So I'll just copy this access key ID, just click here and copy, and open up your terminal again and paste it here, okay. And I will press enter. So it has saved successfully. Now it is asking for AWS secret access key, okay. Now this is my secret access key. I'll just click on show and just copy, okay. And don't share this two thing with anyone. If you are sharing, so they would be also able to access to your account, okay. And you will be end up with a lots of charge, okay. So because it is chargeable, okay. So don't share with anyone, okay. Try to keep it as secret, and otherwise and here I am showing because I will be removing this user, okay. After this video, okay, I'll be removing this user. So here actually you won't be able to access to my account, okay. So I'll just paste it also here. So this is my AWS secret access key. Now I will hit enter again. Now it's telling default region name, so I will keep it as US East 1, okay. It's fine for me. And it is asking for default output format. I won't be giving anything. I will press enter. So yeah, it has saved successfully, okay. Now why I have given this one US East 1, so let me show you. Because here if you see, if I now click on the AWS, okay, here just make sure which region you are in, okay. So here if you see, I am in US East 1, okay, North Virginia, okay, US East 1. If you are in like, because if you are in like Mumbai, okay, Mumbai region, like Asia Pacific, at that time you need to select the AP South 1. There actually you need to write AP South 1, okay. But here my region is like US East 1, okay. It is completely fine for me. So yes guys, this is what actually you need to do. So guys, once everything is done, then you just need to do another thing. You just need to set this AWS secret key, access key, and your AWS region inside your environment variable, okay. So for that I will search environment variable. If you're using any system like Linux or Mac OS, just try to set this environment variable, okay. How you you do it usually, okay. I'm using Windows machine, so I'm showing just Windows step like how to do it, okay. So here you will see one option called environment variable. I will click here. So see, as you already see, okay, I already said these are the thing, okay. AWS secret key, AWS access key, okay, and AWS region, okay. I already set it. So if you want to set it up, so what you need to do, you just need to click on new, okay. Then you just need to give this name, okay. Suppose I want to set AWS access key ID. Make sure this name should be like same, okay. Otherwise it will give you error. Now let me copy the name. Okay, see, this is my variable name, this is my value, okay. So that's how you need to set. So now if you click on the new, so here let's say I want to set this AWS secret key ID. So it is already available. What I will give, I will just give one here, okay. Because otherwise because it is already exist, right? Now here you just need to give the value, okay. So the value what you will get, I think I already showed you. You will download one CSV file. There actually you will have this value, okay. Suppose you have some value, okay. You have some value. Okay. Now once it is done, just try to click on OK. Now see, it has been set, okay. Now if you want to delete it also, just try to select, and there is a delete button, okay. You need to delete, okay. So for me, see, I have already set AWS access key ID, default region, and AWS secret key, okay. So these three things you just need to set in your environment variable. Once everything is done, click on OK, then again click on OK, okay. So yes guys, these are the things you need to do. Then after that, what you need to do, you just log in with your AWS account, and there is a S3, okay. Just go to inside S3, okay. So here basically you need to create one So here basically you need to create one bucket. So just click on create bucket. Okay. So just give your bucket name. So it should be unique. Okay. So I already created my bucket. Okay. So let me show you like how to create it. So just write test helmet test bucket. Okay. Okay. Helmet test. I've just given 1, 2. Okay. It should be unique. Then once everything is done, just click on create bucket. Okay. Now just try to figure out your bucket here. Helmet test 1, 2. Okay. So now how you need to upload your data. So I kept my data here. So this is my zip file. What you need to do, you just need to drag and drop here. That's it. Okay. See, now just click on upload. See guys, it's uploading. So guys, upload complete. Okay. Now for me, I already created one bucket. So let me show you my bucket. So my bucket name is like object helmet object detection. Okay, this is my bucket. This is my project bucket name, and here I kept my data. Okay, I have two version of the data. One is like this is the bigger version. Okay, this is the smaller version. So I'll be using the smaller version, but I will share both of okay data with you. And this is my model actually after training, like it saved the model here. Okay, I will show you like how it will save. Okay. So guys, that's how actually you need to upload your data. Okay. So if you have done till this point, okay, everything is fine. Actually guys, we have completed our S3 operation or S3 configuration. Okay. So in this video actually we'll be writing our data ingestion part because everything is configured. Now we just need to write the code. Okay. So what I will do, I will quickly close some of the file here because these are the things is not required. Yeah. Okay, exception setup also. So first of all, here inside components, I created one file called data ingestion. Okay, so I'll open this file. So here actually I'll be writing all the data ingestion related code. Okay, so first of all, what I need to do, I need to import some of the libraries. So these are the libraries are needed. So here if you see, these are the libraries are needed. Okay. But here if you see, these two things I haven't created. Okay, data ingestion configuration and data ingestion artifacts. Okay, if you just hover and right click, try to right click here, it won't be working because this thing is not created yet. Okay, inside my config entity and artifacts entity. So what is this? So let me tell you. So if I open the flowchart again, so let's open this data ingestion flowchart. Okay, so as I already discussed, whenever you are trying to write any components, okay, these components will take some of the arguments, okay, as a configuration. So here if you see, it will take S3 operation, then your bucket name, zip file name, okay, data ingestion artifacts directory, train data artifacts directory. So these are the path actually it needs. Okay, otherwise it won't be able to do the job. Okay, so whenever you will provide these are the configuration, it will start the data ingestion, it will download the data from the S3 bucket, and it will store the data inside artifacts folder. Okay, and it will save the data inside artifacts folder. Okay, with that format like train, validation and test, then it will return the data path. Okay, so this three data path actually it will return. So this thing actually we need to write as a code. So how I can do it, so let me show you. So let me open my VS Code again. So here to create this data, first of all let's create the data ingestion configuration, because first of all we need to create the data ingestion configuration. Okay, so for that there is a file inside entity, just open the entity, and there is a file I have created called config entity. Okay, so I'll open this one. So basically I just need to write all the configuration. Okay, here, so first of all I will be importing some of the libraries. Okay, so these are the libraries I need. And here first of all I will be creating one data class. Okay, so data class is nothing but it's kinds of, you can say, class. Okay, but it's not actual class. Okay, in Python. So here basically you can use data class. Okay, data class to return something. Okay, uh, suppose in this constructor you have defined these are the path. Okay, these are the variables, so you can access, if you import this data ingestion, you can access all the variable. Okay, in other file. So this is the advantage. Okay, so instead of creating actual class, we created data class. Okay, to organize our variable. Okay, so that's, see, in future if you want to change anything here, suppose you want to change bucket name, so you just need to change it here, so it will reflect inside your code. Okay, you don't have to like go inside your code and change it. Okay, so this is the advantage. But again I have kept as a variable this name, so this variable actually you need to set inside constant. Okay, so these are the variable you need to set. Okay, so for that I will open my constant. So this is the constant constructor. I will open this one. Here I just need to mention all the variable. Okay, so first of all I just need to mention my data ingestion related. So let's mention this one. So I will come here and I will paste this one. So basically I'm importing date time. So using date time, actually I'm creating you can say timestamp folder. I think you remember whenever we are doing the logging operation, at that time we also creating the timestamp. Okay, then this is the artifacts directory. Okay, so these are the additional you can say variable I'm taking: input size, horizontal flip. Okay, so this thing actually required whenever you are trying to do object detection. Okay, let's define. Then our raw file name. Okay, raw file name is helmet, so this is the folder called helmet. Okay, then this is our data ingestion related constant. Okay, so the data ingestion artifacts, inside that it will create, these are the folder. Okay, that's it. Now if everything is done, now let's open my data ingestion and see like open my configuration, and let's see like whether any file is missing or not. Okay, so everything is working fine now. So now let's open our data ingestion. So it would be very much clear whenever I will be running this stage. Okay, now I need to create my data ingestion artifacts. So for that there is a file called artifacts entity. I will open this one, and here I just need to write all the artifacts. Okay, so first of all I will be defining one data class. Okay, similar wise I'm defining one data class called data ingestion artifacts. Inside that I'm defining three path. Okay, where I will get this three path. See here, data train file path, test file path, validation file path. Okay, train file path, test file path, validation file path, and this is a string type. Okay, so that's how I have mentioned. So everything is fine. Now I will open my data ingestion. Now it would be accessible. Okay, now let's open my data ingestion and let's define our data ingestion class first of all. So let me do it. So guys, this is my data ingestion class. So here I'm initializing my data ingestion configuration and S3 operation, these two class. Okay, then I'm initializing inside class variable. Now inside that I will be creating some of the methods. So the first method would be get data from S3 bucket. Okay, so basically this method will responsible for downloading the data from your S3 bucket. Okay, so this is the method. Okay, basically you just need to pass your bucket name. Okay, then your where it will download, and what would be the file name. Okay, inside S3 bucket. So these are the information you need to provide. It will automatically download. Okay, from there. Then after downloading, you just need to unzip the data because it's a zip file, right? So you also need to unzip the data. So this is the unzip code. So basically it will unzip the data. Okay, and if some additional file is there, okay, it will remove. Okay, then once it is done, then you need to initiate also. So for initiating this one, but here, okay, so once it is done, you need to initiate these two methods. So for that, there is a final method you just need to write called initiate data ingestion. Okay, and see guys, I'm giving exception everywhere. Okay, try exception. See inside I'm writing all of my logs. So as I told you, I will be using exception and logger in my every module. Okay, so it will be track all the information. Okay, so that it will be very much easy for me to debug my code. Now initiate data ingestion, it will start data ingestion and it will return the data ingestion artifacts. What are the things it will return? It will return these three path. Okay, because I have already mentioned inside data ingestion artifacts these three path. Okay, now here if you see, it will first of all start your get data from S3 bucket. Okay, here this method I'm calling. After that it will start your unzipping operation. Once it will unzip, it will log the information, then it will return this three path. Okay, inside your data ingestion artifacts, then it will again log and it will return your data ingestion artifacts. That's it. Okay, now if you want to test this components, so for that you just need to open one thing inside pipeline. So inside pipeline, so there is a pipeline. Yeah, so there is a pipeline folder. Just open the training pipeline. Okay, training pipeline. So here I just need to mention my final you can say code. Okay, so for that let's do it. So here first of all let's import our data ingestion class. Okay, so I'm importing from my helmet. Here if you see helmet dot components, inside components data ingestion, and I'm importing this data ingestion class. Okay, this class I'm importing. Okay, because in this class I have all the method, right? So that's why. Now I'll again open my data training pipeline. Okay, now what I need to do, I need to initialize one class called training pipeline. Okay, but here data ingestion configuration we haven't imported, so we need to also import this one. So let's do it. With that I will also import this one, your uh, S3 operation, because this thing we need. Then I will import my data ingestion configuration, this one. Okay, this thing I will import. Then I will also import logging and exception. Okay, then I will also import the exception. All right, Now once it is done, I also need to uh, import my artifacts entity. Okay, so for that, let's import data configuration. Let's import here artifacts. Okay, so this is my artifacts entity. So now I think everything we have imported. Now what I will do, I will come here and I will also initialize my S3 operation. Okay, because S3 operation we haven't initialized. Okay, S3 operation. Now I will start my data ingestion method. So there is one method I have to write called data ingestion, start data ingestion. So so here I just need to initialize this data ingestion method. So actually this will start your data ingestion. Okay, the data ingestion pipeline. So here basically I'm like not doing anything. I'm just reading my data ingestion class, and from that actually I'm starting this one here. If you see initiate data ingestion, because if I open my data ingestion, so here I have created initiate data ingestion. It will start all the like you can say method one by one. Okay, so once it is done, now I need to create another method called run pipeline. Okay, so this would be our final method, because this will this thing actually I need to call inside my app.py. Okay, run pipeline. So it will responsible for running all the pipeline. Okay, so see, I'm calling my start data ingestion, this one. Okay, now I also need to close it with the exception. So let's do it. Okay, so it's done now. I think everything is fine. So now let's test this stage. Okay, so for that, what I will do, I will open my app.py. Okay, so let me remove all the thing. This thing is not required. So first of all, I need to import my training pipeline, this helmet. Okay, so inside the pipeline, I'm importing my training pipeline and this class. Okay, this class I'm importing. Now from that class, I need to run this run pipeline. Okay, this one. So let's do it. So first of all, I need to initialize this class. Okay, now I will call this run pipeline one. Okay, now once everything is done, I will print one message called successfully executed. Let's return success. Okay, now let's test this code whether it's working or not. So I will see, like, see, there is no artifacts folder. Okay, so it will create the artifacts folder. So let's see. So I'll just come here, I'll just write python app.py. Okay, let's execute. So basically here, if you see, I have mentioned my bucket name. Okay, as I already showed you inside my S3 bucket, this was my bucket name and this is my data name. Okay, so that so here actually it will automatically find this data.zip. Okay, I think I showed you in our previous video, we uploaded this data.zip, right? So this data.zip actually it will download. Okay, and you just also mention your bucket name. Now see guys, it's downloading the data inside this artifacts. Okay, so I will wait until it gets over. So guys, as you can see, our data ingestion like components has been run successfully. Now if you open your artifacts folder, inside that it has created one timestamp folder. Okay, and inside that it has created data ingestion artifacts. Okay, this folder name. Inside that it has downloaded the data.zip, and it has unzipped the data. Okay, you see your training data, sorry, testing data, training data, and validation data. Okay, everything is there. So now this stage is running successfully. Okay, we have done this step, but before that, let's commit these changes, because we have created the data ingestion but we haven't committed. So first of all, if I click on source control here, if you see, it is also trying to push the artifacts. Okay, so I don't want to push this artifacts. So what I will do, I will come here inside git ignore, and here I will just write artifacts. uh, okay, artifact, because this folder actually I want to ignore. Okay, now if I press Ctrl S, now see guys, it will ignore. Okay, now it will only commit this file. Okay, so for that I will open my terminal and I will just write git add dot and git commit data ingestion add it. Okay, then let's do push, git push, origin main. Okay, it's done. Now let's clear the terminal and let's start writing our data transformation part. So for that, I will come here to my data transformation.py, and here first of all I need to import some of the libraries. So let's import. So guys, similar wise, the way we have done our data ingestion, okay, similar wise we'll be creating data transformation also. Okay, and here actually I'm using some additional class here. If you see inside ml, okay, inside ml I have a detection. Okay, inside detection I have here if you see inside ml features, okay, no, not detection, features, I'm importing this helmet detection. Okay, so this class actually I'm importing. So here I think you remember inside our notebook, okay, we prepared some of the, you can say, classes. Okay, some of the, you can say, utility classes. So that class was responsible for, like, you can say, doing our loading our data, preparing our data, okay, cleaning our data. These are the operation. So this class, the same class actually I have mentioned inside this helmet detection. Okay, here if you see, okay, I just kept it as separate because in future if I want to add something, okay, I can add it. So that's why I have separated out. Okay, so yes guys, this is all about and from the main utils I'm importing this save object. Okay, this one. Okay, because I want to save my data, okay, as an object format, okay, after doing the transformation. So that's why. So now we have to create this data transformation config and data transformation artifacts, these two things. Okay, so for that I need to open, I think you remember this let me show you. I need to open my config entity. So first of all, here I need to mention my data transformation related configuration. Okay, so let's do it. So yes guys, this is my data transformation related configuration, as you can see here. So if I show you the flowchart again, data transformation, okay, so it will take some of the configuration. Okay, it will also take like, you can say, artifacts, okay, from your previous stage, which was nothing but data ingestion, because to do the transformation it needs the data path, okay, and it will return from your data ingestion artifacts. Okay, so once it is done, it will apply all the transformation and it will return your transform train object and transform test object, these two things. Okay, so now let's create it. So we haven't defined, so we have defined our data transformation config. Now this variable we haven't defined, so for that I will open my constant. Okay, here I just need to mention all of my data transformation related constant. Okay, so here let me do it. So guys, these are my data transformation related constants. So basically it will create one folder inside artifacts called data transformation artifacts. Inside that it will create train and test folder. Inside that it will save your transform data as pkl format, train.pkl, test.pkl. Okay, so that's actually it will work. So I will show you like how it will work. Okay, whenever I will execute this one. Okay, so now if I open my entity, now I think everything should be accessible. Okay, now similar wise I also need to do my artifacts entity, because it will return your transformed data path. Okay, so let's do it. So I'll open my, so here I will mention my data transformation artifact. So it will return your transform object, transform test object, okay, number of classes. So these three things actually it will return. Now everything is done. Now let's open and try to access. Okay, it's accessible. Now I'll define this data transformation class. Okay, this is the data transformation class, and here I'm initializing my transformation configuration and ingestion configuration. Okay, then one method I will write, it will just return your number of class, okay, you have. So this method actually will return number of class you have, okay, by reading that annotation file. Okay, once it is done, now I think you remember we had created another method called get transform. Okay, basically it will do the augmentation. Okay, data augmentation. So this is the method to do the augmentation. Okay, the same method I'm copying from this notebook. Okay, then once everything is done, I will create one final method called initiate data transformation. Actually it will execute all the thing. Okay, and once it will transform the data, first of all it will get the class name. Okay, once it is done, it will load your data. Okay, it will pass this thing in your helmet detection class. Okay, and it will prepare the data, it will return image with respect to their labels. Okay, everything is done, it will apply the augmentation, then it will save the data, okay, as a pkl format inside your artifacts. Okay, then it will return your transformation artifacts and it will return the artifacts. Okay, that's it. Now Once it is done, then I will open my training pipeline, because here I just need to mention. Okay, so here I just need to mention to execute this one. So first of all, I need to import my data transformation. Okay, data transformation class. Then I also need to import my data transformation configuration. So here let's do comma and import. Okay, then I will also import my artifacts, data transformation artifacts. So here only I will import this one. Okay, data transformation artifacts. Now what I need to do, I need to also initialize data transformation configuration inside this class. Okay, now once it is done, then I think everything is fine. Then I will create another method called start data transformation after this data ingestion. Okay, so this is the method start data transformation. So basically it will initialize your class. Okay, then we in that class actually we have written initiate data transformation. I think you remember this method actually it will execute. Okay, and your data transformation will start. Then once it is done, I need to also mention inside my run pipeline. So let's mention it. So this is the run pipeline. So here I'm calling this start data transformation, and it will take your data ingestion artifacts. Okay, so here I'm just providing. So now everything is fine. Now let's execute this code and see whether it's working or not. Okay, and let's do one thing. Let's log the information also. Like once it is done, execute run pipeline method. Okay, pipeline class. So now everything is fine. Now let's execute and see whether it's working or not. So I'll just write come here and let's python app.py. So guys, as you can see, it has done. Now I will open this artifacts and I'll show you what it has done. See, this is the current timestamp. Okay, it has created inside that. It has created first of all data ingestion. Inside data ingestion, I already told you it will ingest the data and it will unzip. Okay, and this is the data transformation. You can say I mean the folder. Inside that, see it has saved test.pkl and trend.pkl. Okay, trend.pkl. So basically, it has transformed. It has applied all the augmentation. It has applied all the pre-processing step. Okay, and it has saved the data as pkl format. So that in my training stage, okay, I will load this one and I will start the training. Okay, and if I show you the log also, so every log actually will get here. Okay, perfectly see it has logged everything. Okay, whenever what is happening, everything it has logged. Okay, so yes guys, we have successfully completed our data transformation also. Okay, so now if you want to commit it, so you can commit. So let's commit it also. So I'll just quickly write git add. Okay, git commit permission added. Okay, now let's do git push. Okay, it's done. Now if I open my GitHub, okay, see data transformation added. Okay, so in this video we'll start with our model training part. So for this actually there is a file I have created called model trainer. I will open this one. So first of all I'll be importing some of the libraries here. So guys, these are the library I did. Okay, and here if you see I'm also importing some of the things from the ML. Okay, because this is one utility ML package we have created here if you see. So this thing actually I downloaded from the internet. Okay, so you don't have to worry about, you just need to keep it here. Okay, and from there actually you need this train one epochs and evaluate these two things. And here also I'm importing my model optimizer. Okay, so if you open these files, okay, you will see all the thing. Okay, I'm importing here. So now what you need to do here, everything is perfectly showing, but model trainer config and model trainer artifacts, okay, these two things actually I haven't mentioned. So for this I will open my config entity. Okay, so here actually I need to mention my model training related configuration. So guys, these are my model training related configuration. Okay, so basically here if I open this flowchart, so these are the configuration I need: train model directory, train model path, batch size, okay, shuffle, number of epochs, device. These are the thing, and even I need some of the information from my transformation, data transformation, because there is my data is presented and number of classes. Okay, now it will start the model trainer. It will save the model. Okay, model.pt. Then it will return this model file path. Okay, so that's why here if I show you, now here if I show you, see I'm importing this data transformation artifacts also, because to access the data. Okay, now this thing actually I have done. Now these are the like variable I need to define inside my constant. So I'll open my constant folder. Okay, So I will open my constant file. Here I just need to mention this model training related constant. So it will basically create one folder called train model. Inside that it will save this model. Okay, and this is the batch size. Then train shuffle. Okay, number of workers you can increase based on your machine configuration, and number of blocks. Okay, as of now let's keep it one because I'm training it in my local. Okay, so it will take time. So once everything is done, now I will open my config entity again and let's see whether everything is perfect or not. Okay, so device we haven't initialized. So device actually we need to initialize. So here I will open my construct again, and here actually I will initialize my device. Okay, so basically it will check whether you have CUDA available or not. If CUDA is available, it will use your GPU. Otherwise, it will use your CPU. Okay. Now if I again open, now everything should be accessible. Okay, it's working. Now I'll save it, and I will also then it's done. Now I'll do for my artifacts entity. Okay, so artifacts nothing but you just need to return the model train model path. That's it. Okay, so this is the train model path. I'm just returning. Now I'll open my model trainer. Now everything is accessible. Now first of all I will initialize one model trainer class here. Okay, this is the model trainer class, and I'm initializing my transformation artifacts and model trainer configuration. Now here I will create one method called train. Okay, so this is the same train loops. Okay, we'll be using we have already used in our notebook. Okay, here if you see, this is the same loops, training loops. Okay, in PyTorch we call it training loops. Okay, so this one method called train, it will take your model optimizer, loader, device and epochs, and it will start the training, okay, of your model. Then once it is done, then I also need to mention this one collect method. I think you remember, for taking my data as a batch. So this one let me define here, and here I'm giving it static method because here I'm not keeping it as a class, or you can say method. Okay, I'm just keeping it as independent. Okay, so that I can access it from anywhere. Now I will create the final method. So this method will be responsible for starting your training. Okay, so this is the method called initiate model trainer. So here I'm not doing anything. I think you know I'm loading my data. Okay, once I load my data, I'm initializing my model, then I'm starting the training. Okay, and once training is done, I'm saving the model. That's it. Okay, now this is all about of this code. This is the same thing. If you open the notebook, I've just copy pasted the thing and I've just keep it inside the method. That's it. Okay, now I need to test this one. So for that I need to mention inside my train pipeline. So first of all I need to import this model trainer. Okay, then I need to also initialize here model trainer config. But model trainer config we haven't imported, so we need to import it. So let me do it. So here I just need to import model trainer config, comma, model trainer config. Also I need to import this model trainer artifacts. Okay, model trainer artifact. Okay, it's done. Now I have already initialized. Now I just need to create the method start model trainer. After data transformation, I will write this method start model trainer. Okay, so it will start your model training. Basically here I'm just initializing the class and I'm initializing this start initiate model trainer. Okay, here if you see this method. Okay, now once everything is fine, it will return the artifacts. Okay, now here I just need to mention inside run pipeline. So let me do it. So after transformation, I'll mention this model trainer. It will take your transformation artifacts. Okay, so everything is perfect. Now let's run this one and see whether it's working or not. Okay, so I'll open my terminal. Let me clear and python app.py. So guys, the training has started. Here if you see, this is the progress is going on. So I will wait. Okay, then I will come back. So guys, as you can see, our training has been completed. Okay, so now if I show you the artifacts, so if I show you the artifacts right now, so here if you see, this is the timestamp. So data ingestion, data transformation, and model trainer. Okay, So see, this is the model actually it has set. Okay, so we have successfully trained the model. So what I will do in our next video, we'll be creating this model evaluation, and we'll be creating the model pusher. Okay, because it will evaluate the model whether this model is good, okay, from the previous model or not. Because see, first of all it will push the model, then second time it will check like between like two model accuracy, okay, whether the current model is working good or not. If it is working good, then it will push the model to the S3 bucket, otherwise it won't be pushing. Okay, so in
yes,
this
guys.
video what we'll do, we'll create this model evaluation components. Okay, because this model evaluation will calculate all the losses, okay, of your model, and actually we'll use this one to push this model. Okay, so now what I will do, I will come here called model evaluation. Okay, so here first of all I need to import some of the libraries. So guys, these are the libraries are needed, and here first of all I need to create this model evaluation configs and model evaluation artifacts. So I'll go to inside config entity. So here first of all I need to mention this model evaluation data class. So here basically, here if you see, this is the evaluation model directory, evaluation loss CSV path. So basically if I show you the flowchart again, model evaluation, okay, so these are the configuration actually I'm creating. Okay, these are the configuration, and it will return some of the artifacts. Okay, that's it. So now let's open. So we need to initialize, these are the variable inside our constant. So I'll open the constant. So here I will mention model evaluation constant. So it will create a model evaluation folder inside artifacts, and it will create one CSV file called loss.csv, and there actually it will save all the losses. Okay, so once it is done, now what I need to do, I will open my config entity. Now it should be accessible. Okay, now I'll save this file. Now I also need to mention my artifacts entity. So it will actually return two things: is your model accepted or all the losses. Okay, so basically we'll check like suppose in the first, okay, run, it will push the model to the S3 bucket, and whenever you will be doing this second time training, okay, so it will check basically whether your current model is better than your S3 model or not. If it is better, then it will push, otherwise it won't be pushing. Okay, so that's why it will return one statement called is model accepted or not. Okay, with respect to that we'll take the decision. Now once it is done, now I think model I'll click here. Now it should be accessible. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll initialize one model evaluation class. Okay, so this is the model evaluation class I've initialized, and now what I need to do, I need to create one I think you remember collect fn method. Okay, collect function, because it will help me to take my data as a batch, and it should be static function. Okay, it's static method. Now here I have now here first of all I just need to get the model from my S3 buckets. For that I have prepared one method. So this is the method. This method actually will take the model from the S3 bucket, okay, and download here. Once it is done, then I have prepared another method called evaluate. Okay, so this is the method. It will actually do the evaluation. Basically it will calculate all the losses and everything, and it will return. Okay, so, and this thing actually you will get from the internet. Okay, now this is like basics loss calculation in PyTorch. Okay, you don't have to worry about, you can use as it is. Okay, now once it is done, I will create another method called initiate model evaluation, because this should be the final method. Okay, so this is the final method, initiate model evaluation. So basically it will load your data. Okay, then after loading the data, get the model, do the prediction, okay, and calculate the loss and everything. So it will check basically whether your S3 model, okay, has like you can say more loss, okay, than your current loss. If it is like greater, it will return is model accepted is equal to true, because if your S3 model has like I mean you can say high loss, okay, and if your current model has low loss, then which model I should like you can say push to my S3 bucket, okay, current model. So that's why I'm just checking, and once it is done, it will actually you can say what it will do, it will return these are the statement, otherwise it will return the false statement. Okay, that's it. So this is the code actually you need to write for the evaluation and to do the model push operation. Okay, so this statement I will be using whenever I will be writing my model pusher. Okay, now this thing I also need to mention inside my train pipeline, so let me do it. So first of all I need to initialize my model evaluation class, then I also need to import my model evaluation configuration. Okay, similar wise I also need my model evaluation artifacts. Okay, then I will initialize model evaluation configuration inside this class. Okay, now I will create one method called start model evaluation after model training. Okay, start model evaluation we have prepared. So it will basically start your model evaluation. Okay, it will run this one, initiate model evaluation. Now this thing I also need to mention inside my this one, inside my run pipeline. Okay, so everything is perfect. Now actually we are ready to create our model pusher one. So I'll open this model pusher. So I just need to mention some of the libraries here. So this is the model pusher related libraries I will be using. Okay, so see I'm doing the same thing. Okay, like as my data ingestion. Okay, doing the same thing only. So I'm just creating all the configuration, all the artifacts. Okay, then inside the logic I'm just writing. Okay, so here basically what I am doing, I'm just connecting each and every file. Okay, so that actually see this code is like more organized. Okay, so you don't have to like change inside your main code. So what you need to do is just open your constant and change here. Okay, it will reflect inside your whole code. Okay, so that's why actually it's very much important. Okay, to make your code is organized. Okay, so now let's create this model pusher configuration and model pusher artifacts. So if I show you this flowchart again, so model pusher, so here it will take, these are the components, these are the configuration. Okay, it will return these are the artifacts. So let's do it. So I'll open my config entity. So here I will mention my model pusher related configuration. Okay, now here you just need to define okay, I think everything is fine. Okay, so here all the path is already set, so you don't have to like write inside the constant. Okay, it's fine. Now let's configure this one also for artifacts. Okay, so this is the code. So this is the data class for the artifacts. So it will return the bucket name and S3 model file path. That's it. Now once it is done, then I will open again this model pusher. Now it should be accessible. Okay, now I'll define one class here called model pusher. Okay, now inside that I will create one method called initiate model pusher. So this method actually will push your model to the S3 bucket. Okay, so basically see what it is doing. I'm reading this upload file. As I told you, I will be using this method from my S3 operation. Okay, so here you just giving your model like path, like which model you want to like push, and your name. Okay, name of that one. Okay, and the bucket name. So if you give that, it will push the model to the S3 bucket. Okay, that's it, and it will return these are the artifacts like model name and S3 model file path. That's it. Okay, now let's define inside our training pipeline also. So first of all, I'll initialize model pusher. Now here I also need to mention, first of all, let's mention our model pusher configuration. Okay, then I will also mention my model pusher artifacts. Okay, once it is done, then I also need to initialize inside the class after evaluation. I will initialize my model pusher. Then I will create one method called start model pusher. Okay, after this model evaluation. Okay, it will just initialize your model pusher. Okay, object, and it will call this initiate model pusher. Okay, that's it. Now I also need to mention inside run pipeline, but here first of all I need to do one check, conditional check. Suppose if model evaluation artifacts is model. Okay, is model is a variable. Here if you see is model, if it is true, okay, then I will. So if it is not true, okay, if it is not true, here if you see I have given if not true. Okay, so it will raise one exception. So what is the exception? It will tell train model is not better than your best model. Okay, if it is not, then I will start my model pusher. Okay, inside else, so else I will write start model pusher. Okay, that's it. So this is the code you just need to write. Now let's execute and see whether it's working or not. Okay, so I'll open my terminal. Now I'll just write python app.py. Okay. So guys, it will take time because it will train the model. It will, first of all, it will download the data, then do the transformation, then train the model, then calculate the evaluation metrics, then it will push the model. Okay, so it will take some time. So I will stop the recording. Okay, once it is done, I will show you like whether it is able to do it or not. Okay. So guys, our model training is done. Okay, so all the stages ran successfully. Now let's open up our S3 bucket. And what was the bucket name? It was helmet. Where it is, helmet object detection. So inside that it should save the model. See, model.pt is there. Okay, now actually it is able to do it. Okay, it is able to successfully actually push the model inside our S3 bucket. So guys, everything is working perfectly. Okay, so as of now we have completed like all the components here. So now what I need to do, I need to create my prediction pipeline because training pipeline is completed. Okay, now if you want to do the prediction, so you need the prediction also. Okay, prediction pipeline also. So we'll be creating the prediction pipeline in our next video. After that we'll create one like fast API okay app, so that actually there actually will get two routes. One is for training, one is for prediction. Okay, as I already showed you in the demonstration video. Okay, so for that actually I will open this prediction pipeline file. Okay, inside this pipeline folder. Okay, so here first of all I just need to mention some of the libraries. So these are the libraries are needed. Okay, so the same prediction pipeline actually I'll be using the pipeline I used in my notebook. Okay, so first of all I will initialize one class, and inside that class actually I will like you can say write one method called image loader. Okay, so it will basically load your images, okay, to the tensor format. So once it is done, then I need to create another method because my model is presented inside S3. Okay, so whenever you will hit that, it will get the model from the S3. Okay, so this is the method for this. Now this is the final prediction code, and this is the same code if you open the notebook. Okay, so I'm just referring the same code only. So actually it will do your prediction. Okay, it will do the prediction and it will return this image string. But here this prediction class is missing. Okay, so for this what I need to do, I will open my constant. Okay, so here I just need to mention this prediction class, okay, as a variable. So I have just with helmet and without helmet. Okay, I'm just considering. Now if I open it again, so now it would be accessible. Okay, so everything is fine. Now what I need to do, I will create one final method called run pipeline. Okay, so this is the final method, run pipeline. So it will basically first of all execute your image loader. So it will load the image. Okay, then after loading actually it will get the model from the S3 bucket, get the model, then it will start the prediction. Okay, it will start the prediction. That's it. So yes guys, so this is all about the prediction pipeline. Now we have to integrate this training pipeline and prediction pipeline in just one place. So for this what I will do, I will open this app.py. Okay, so here let's remove these are the thing. So here first of all let's import some of the libraries. Okay, so here I just need to mention my app host and app port. So for this I will open this so for this actually I need to open this our constant. Okay, so here I will mention my app host and app port. uh, let's mention it here only. Okay, so here what I will do, I'll make a copy and I will comment it out. And if you're using Windows, okay, it's fine, like it will work. So I will just remove this one. Okay, now everything is fine. Now let's initialize our fast API. Okay, now I will create first of all training route. Okay, so this is the training route and this is the same code I'm executing. Okay, I think you remember I was testing, I was importing my training pipeline, and from that I was running my run pipeline. Okay, so if you just hit /train, it will start the training. Similar wise, I will create my prediction pipeline also. So this is the prediction pipeline. So here I'm doing the same thing. I'm calling my prediction pipeline class. I'm creating an object and I'm just running this run pipeline. Okay, then I'm calling this run pipeline. Okay, once everything is done, it will return your output. as a base 64 string. Okay, so when it is done, then you need to finally initialize your host and port. So guys, it's completed. Now let's test it, okay, whether it's working or not. So I will open my terminal. Let's do python app.py. Okay, it's running. Now I'll open my browser. Here I will search 127 0.0.1 and port number 8080. Okay, if I search it, so you will get this kinds of page. Okay, now here you just need to search /docs. Okay, now see, this is your first API app. So here you have two route. One is training and one is prediction. If you want to train, just click here and just click on try it out. Okay, and just click here execute. Okay, it will start the training, but I'm not going to start the training because it will take time. You can try, it will work. Okay, then once training is done, you can also do the prediction. See, this is the prediction route. So here you just click on try out, and here you just need to upload one image. Okay, let's upload and see. Let's upload this image. Then I will execute. Okay, if it is successfully executing, then it will return one base 64 string. Okay, so guys, as you can see, prediction is done, so it has returned this base 64 string. Okay, so that means our API is working perfectly. So we have end up with our implementation. Okay, so everything is working perfectly here. Okay, so now actually we are ready to deploy this project. Okay, so in our next video we'll be creating one Docker file. Okay, we'll be dockerizing all of our source code. Okay, before the deployment. So for this I will open this Docker file here, and I already prepared this Docker command and everything. Okay, so you just need to use this file. Okay, so basically it will be using miniconda. Okay, and it will install some of the necessary package. Then after that it will install this torch. Okay, then it will execute your app.py. So once it is done, then you need to also write your docker compose file. So this is what I also prepared. So this is the docker compose. Okay, so you just need two files. Okay, and everything is fine. Now let's commit these changes because we haven't committed as of now. So I'll open my terminal. I'll stop the execution. I'll just write git add git commit and a docker git push origin main. Okay, so we have successfully committed. So we are ready to deploy this project. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time.